Welcome back. We are here live again today from the Coastal Seafood Production Kitchen, and I have here a beautiful swordfish steak. So we are going to cook this up today. This is going to be a lot of fun. We've got this on feature right now. Super, absolutely beautiful fish. Just look at that. This is some picture perfect swordfish. Absolutely beautiful. This is what you're looking for when you're buying sword. And we're gonna do something. One of the questions we get asked a lot is, what can I do with swordfish that's not grilling it? So today we are going to give it a little bit of a classier, gentler approach. And we're gonna give it kind of the piccata treatment. So what that means is I'm gonna kind of pan roast this swordfish, and I'm going to build a pan sauce for it. That's going to be really nice. It's a lot lighter than a lot of other swordfish preparations that you'll see, but it's absolutely beautiful. I'm grab some tongs here. I got my pan heating, and I've got a little bit of just regular flour here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly dredge my swordfish in the flour, like so. This is just to help develop a crust. We're not really going to be frying this. We just want to get like a nice golden brown sear to it. And so to my pan, I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable oil. And remember, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Now is a great time to do so. And I'm going to add some vegetable oil to my pan. Just a couple of tablespoons. And this is good and hot. So I'm going to go and add my swordfish right to this. And it starts to sizzle right as I get it down, which is perfect. And I'm going to just kind of cook this until I get a nice sort of golden brown coat on the outside. And while that goes, I'm going to go ahead and prep my shallots. Shallots are going to be kind of a primary ingredient here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to nip off the ends, and I'm going to cut in half, like so. Actually, this one I'm just going to leave whole, and just remove that outer layer in the skin. You can see that swordfish is really starting to kick up, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want. And I'm going to remove this outer skin here. Perfect. This one's not looking so hot, so I'm just going to nip off some of the parts here. Same with this one here. And perfect. So, again, I'm just going to kind of finely mince these today, which I'm going to do by just sort of cutting down very thinly, and then just a little slice across. Being very careful, and then we're just going to cut down like so. Perfect. And I can see that crust already starting to develop on that swordfish, which is perfect. Again, I'm just looking for that nice, beautiful golden brown color, which I will show you here in just a minute. Again, this is really nice. Swordfish is great for a lot of things. Again, it's frequently used for grilling because it's so meaty, and it frequently is referred to being kind of a steakier fish. So it works really well for a lot of high heat preparations, but that doesn't mean you can't give it like this nice kind of, again, sort of classy approach, very classic technique. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my shallot. And this is really all we need for this. This dish would be perfect served with any kind of like roasted vegetable. Be really, really good. So let's see how we're looking here. That's looking pretty great. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it. You can see you've got this just really nice golden brown crust on the top, which is exactly what I want. Swordfish is a fish that you need to cook all the way through. You don't want to leave this one rare. But again, the piece I'm working with is probably 3/4 of an inch thick. And once you develop this nice golden brown crust on both sides, it's basically going to be cooked through. And then we're going to let it kind of sit and rest while we build our sauce. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask all about that. But this dish is very, very simple. It goes very, very quickly, like all the dishes we've been doing. If you've noticed all the dishes that we do every day, a lot of this stuff could be done with very simple pantry ingredients. Nothing overtly fancy, things that are pretty well available, or you can substitute things that are pretty well available. So these are all designed to be pretty flexible. Again, this is looking absolutely beautiful. What I'm going to do is just hit this with a little bit of salt. Get it seasoned, and we're looking pretty nice. So the other elements to this dish, got a little white wine, I've got some capers, some butter, and a lemon. And this is basically all this dish is going to require. Again, not a whole lot going on here, but it creates big flavor, which is exactly what we want. This is looking pretty great. Starting to feel nice and cooked. Just give it another minute or so, and then we'll be able to pull it and start building that sauce. Again, we've got the swordfish on feature right now. This is really gorgeous swordfish. Super happy to be able to kind of work with this today. Love it when we get to work with ingredients of this quality. It's just super fun. Makes the whole process very, very, very enjoyable. All right, so that's looking good. I'm just going to give the other side just one more quick minute. Turn this down a little bit. And then I'm going to add my shallots to the pan and again start building our sauce, which is going to come together very, very quickly. It doesn't take long to do. And yeah. Oh, smells. This swordfish is so beautiful. So, so, so beautiful. And again, this is really nice domestic caught swordfish, so it's caught here in the United States. And I'm going to let that go. And I'm going to go ahead and add my shallots. And the shallots are going to start cooking and kind of deglazing my pan here. This is exactly what I want. I'm going to turn down my heat because we don't want a ton of ripping heat here. This is great. It's working very well. And the shallots are going to pick up all that stuff that's kind of stuck to the bottom, which we call fond. That's going to be nice, and it's going to really add a lot of layers to our sauce. So now I've got this going. I'm going to remove my pan from the heat here while I add my wine. Again, just to be safe, it's always good to do. I'm going to kind of let this reduce. I want that wine to reduce down by a good amount. Again, this pan's pretty hot, so it's going pretty quickly. I'm going to turn it way down. Because when we add our butter, we want to gently melt the butter into the sauce. We don't want to throw it in there while it's really, really hot, because then the butter is going to split. The butter fat and the milk solids are going to separate, and then you'll have a broken sauce. It'll still taste fine, but it's just not going to look as nice. So again, we want to bring this down pretty low. That's reducing pretty well. So what I'm going to do at this point is add my capers. And capers are nice. They've got kind of that nice sort of briny nature to them, but they've also got a little bit of a peppery kick. So they're just really great in a sauce like this. I'll go ahead and swirl that around. It's looking pretty good. And I'm going to take a big couple tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to add this to my pan. Now again, when we do this, you want to melt that butter very gently. So if you have to take it off the heat every now and again to do so, that's totally fine. I know we just did kind of a butter sauce tutorial fairly recently, and this is the same kind of idea. And just swirl that butter gently, and that's going to help emulsify it into the wine and it's going to help build this really nice sauce. But it's very gentle. Again, you want to take your time with it. Go very slow. And that's going to, again, emulsify that butter into this white wine. And it's going to create a very nice, light, but very decadent type sauce, which is perfect for the swordfish. It's coming along very, very nicely. And again, the flour that we use to coat that, the fish, is also going to help give the sauce a little bit of body, which is nice. And this is coming along very, very, very well. Again, we just want that butter warm enough to just melt. This is looking really, really good. So while that does its thing, let's plate up the swordfish here. Right on the plate. I'll get my lemon all ready. So go ahead, slice, slice. Put that out there. Do the same for this one. Perfect. And this is coming along still. Again, shaking the pan gently like this really helps emulsify that butter into that white wine, which is exactly what we're looking to do. If you cooked your product at other establishments, maybe like... well, a lot of chefs in town use our products. It's not uncommon to see. Have I? No. Well, that's not entirely true. I've done a lot of different things about town. I've done a class over at Cooks at Crocus Hill, which was a lot of fun. You know, obviously I do our classes here. You know, hopefully when our new store is all built and ready to go, we'll do some really fun nights like that here. Hopefully bring in some of our chef friends. I think that would be really, really nice to do. All right, so now I've got a very rich, beautiful sauce. Hit it with a little bit of lemon juice. I turned off my heat, and I'm just gonna give it a little bit of taste, and then so I can adjust my seasoning and see what I need, if I need anything. But the capers are pretty salty, so yeah, I really don't need any salt here. We are doing very, very good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spoon some of this right over the top. Okay, you want to get some of those capers, some of those shallots, right over this fish. Beautiful. And then of course we want to garnish a little lemon. Some fresh parsley over the top of this would be really fantastic. But this is kind of our basic swordfish piccata. Really, really nice. Absolutely delicious fish. Just a very simple butter pan sauce. Again, nothing super fancy. Just takes a little bit of patience to sort of make and build. And then from there, you've got this just beautiful dish. Again, swordfish lends itself great for grilling. Obviously, those high heat broil methods are great for swordfish. But again, you can also do it just a nice pan roast. And you're gonna get a very nice product, especially with swordfish that's beautiful. So really great. I highly recommend giving this a try. Again, we've got some really great swordfish on feature right now, so absolutely, now is a great time. Again, the swordfish is gorgeous. It's some very beautiful fish. And we have a lot of really great looking fish right now, honestly. We've got some beautiful mahi in today, dayboat mahi, also domestically caught. Absolutely beautiful. Some of the best looking mahi I have ever seen in my life. We've got the swordfish. We've still got some golden tile that's really nice. We've got some really beautiful grouper. Just so many different choices right now. All available either through curbside ordering. You can order online for delivery or pickup. It's all there. Definitely check it out. Super good. Otherwise, thank you again for tuning in. We really appreciate it. These are super fun, so getting a chance to cook along with you, answer some questions and things like that is a great time. Nice. That would be a lot of fun. Again, that's kind of what our classes are like. So once we get those back on, we'll definitely post that up. Show you one more time our nice looking swordfish here with that beautiful butter caper sauce. Again, so easy, but absolutely delicious. Definitely give this one a shot. Again, very, very easy to make and super good. So thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate it as always. Stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow with some more fun stuff. So thanks again for tuning in. Talk to you soon.